Healthcare assistants work more than nurses because healthcare assistants are the ones that are involved with the personal care, lifting, cleaning, toileting, jobs that make you question your life choices. Healthcare assistants do more work than nurses because healthcare assistants are always on their feet. They're always walking around. There's no sitting. There's no let me go and sit down and do documentation. They are always doing walking marathon. Meanwhile, nurses can still sit down behind the desk and say, I'm writing, I'm documenting, I'm doing assessments, I'm doing paperwork, I'm sending emails. Healthcare assistants are always called by everybody, by the manager, by the nurses themselves, by the clients, the residents. Everyone will remember a healthcare assistant whenever they have a problem. My lord, healthcare assistants, they work more, but they get paid less. Same shift, same stress of a healthcare assistant with a nurse, but a healthcare assistant will be paid less.
Right, you're gonna explain tire.
Oh, my lord, healthcare assistants are the front line of everything. Whenever someone falls, whenever someone presses a bell, whenever someone needs help, the first person to respond is a healthcare assistant. And you are telling me that healthcare assistants don't work more than nurses. My lord, don't mind this boy. Nurses work more harder than healthcare assistants because nurses have more responsibilities, which also translates to more pressure. A nurse is walking around with more pressure, but you might not be able to see it because with one wrong decision from a nurse, everything can go ballistic. My lord, the healthcare assistant is saying the nurse will sit behind the computer and is doing documentation and is doing assessments. Do you know that medication, assessment, care plans, these are the real mental hard work to be done? My lord, brain work is still work, in fact, harder work. My lord, nurses equally answer to everybody. They answer to the manager, they answer to the hospital board, they answer to the families, they answer to the clients, they even answer to healthcare assistants because sometimes they will call for help from the nurses. If you see a nurse anywhere, I bet you that the nurse is busy answering to a question. With a nurse, paperwork never ends. When everybody is on their break, they are eating, they've gone home, a nurse is still doing paperwork as if her life or his life depends on it. Nurses are accountable for everything that happens on a shift. If something goes wrong, guess whose name they will call? The nurse. And you are here telling me that nurses don't work as hard as healthcare assistants. With this viewpoint of mine, we hope we have been able to convince you that as a healthcare assistant, you will work hard. As a nurse, you will also work hard. Care work is not for the lazy people. It's hard work. It is what it is. It is what it is.